on Facebook. So hello, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday night. It is 7:05, so we're going to start. I see we got a small crowd tonight, and I have lots to share. So before we do introductions, I'm going to start out with some of the announcement information before we even do our introductions tonight, because I want to make sure that whoever watches this video doesn't feel like they have to wait till the very end to get in on any of the announcements. I want them to know about some of the announcements right now. And so first off, everybody write down August 11th. August 11th in Battle Creek, Michigan, we are going to do our awards finally. I finally got a place to go, and we're going to be in Battle Creek. And so Nakia, if you're going to be anywhere near Battle Creek on August 11th, that would be awesome. And but we're going to be August 11th at 6 p.m. We are going to have our awards, and it's at is it Willard Beach? Is that what it is, Kim? Yeah, Willard Beach is the name of it. And if you're from Battle Creek, I think y'all know where that is. And the people that live around here will just carpool down. And oh, we lost Nakia. Okay, but we're gonna carpool down. And so August 11th, 6 p.m. That's gonna be our awards. And if you are being recognized in our awards ceremony, you will receive a very special invitation. If you aren't being recognized, we still want everyone to come. All the adoptees are welcome to come. We just are going to have a fun night. So we looked at a lot of different things, and one of the things we're going to do is do it at a park. It'll be outside, so and then we're going to do the whole social distancing thing where we're going to instead of doing a potluck like we normally do a potluck, we're just going to have everybody bring their own sack lunch or dinner, and their own like utensils and their own drink, and that way you just bring your own little meal. And we don't have to worry about any cross-contamination. We don't have to worry about anybody not wanting to eat somebody else's food and yada yada. So I get all that. I mean, we're in the middle of COVID, so we might as well just go with it and do that. So that's what we're going to do. Everybody can bring their own sack lunch kind of thing. And we can still fellowship, and we can still social distance while we're fellowshipping. So it'll all work out great. I'll be able to do our awards that night, and we're going to just do it outside. And because we're doing it outside at a park, of course, everybody can dress a little summer casual. And I said to Lynn when we were doing everything, I said, should I put cute summer casual? Nah, they'll all be cute anyway. So, so Nakia, if you're going to be anywhere near Battle Creek on August 11th, are you going to be? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, that's so exciting to know. And so we're gonna so we'll have our awards night. Okay, that's the first big announcement. Finally have a date. It was just really complicated trying to find a place and trying to figure out what to do. And anyways, we got it all figured out today, and we got all the prizes figured out. We got everything done about awards. So I'm really excited. And, you know, this is one of those times of year. Awards is my time when I get to honor all of you for everything that you did, that we did as a group. And so it's really a special time for me because I get to praise and honor all of you for the work that you've done and where you've come from and what you're doing. And we will have our Princess Court of Sales, our Queen's Court of Sales, our Court of Sharing. We also recognize Miss Go Give, Miss Mary Kay Enthusiasm, Miss Mary Kay Image, Most Improved and Rookie of the Year. And then we also have a Man of the Year. And so we'll be recognizing all of that and letting me applaud all of you. So I'm excited about that. The other date that I need you to write down is August 17th. And this is the weird time of the year when Mary Kay has the PCP, or the Preferred Customer Program, back to back. And this is our holiday our holiday PCP, the sign up already started, but the deadline is August 17th. And since we just had a deadline, I figure most people aren't going to do it right now. They're going to do it more towards August 17th. So August 17th is the deadline for the sign up for the holiday PCP. This is a special thing for the holiday. And so I just wanted to make mention of that. I also want to give a shout out, woo, woo, Mary Sherwood. She has earned her jewelry already for this month. Yay! Yay! Round of applause. And so I'm so excited about that. She earned a $300 ribbon a couple weeks ago that she hasn't gotten yet, but I will be bringing it to you. And she earned her jewelry already. It's not these. She earned her jewelry already for this month. And so that's exciting. And let's see, what else? Oh, okay. So I talked a couple weeks ago about our live Facebook group that where I go on live, and y'all's customers can be part of that and all of that. And I've been going on Monday nights at 8, and I was doing Friday nights at 7. And I know there's a couple times in this month that I've missed on, actually going on live. And a couple times I was just held up with something, or I couldn't get on. So I think one time we didn't have any power, and whatever. So I want to continue that. However, I would like some ideas. And so, and you don't have to give them necessarily tonight, but if you'll either shoot me a text, call me, or do something, and give me some ideas of what you would like to see on that. Since a lot of your customers are on it, I would like some ideas. I'm kind of looking to see what to do now, because we've been going on every week since March, and now we're into almost August. And so I'm kind of running out of my own ideas, and so I'm looking for yours. Okay, so that I think will be real helpful if you can give me an idea what you would like to do. I also was going on Friday night, and I mentioned before that I kind of wanted to do Thursday night, and then I have not been available on a Thursday night to do it since I mentioned that. So I have, tried to go on Friday nights, but I really think that this week I would like to do Thursday night at 7 instead of Friday. If I'm going to go on live again. And again, I'm looking for ideas, because I'm really not sure what y'all think would be great to have me do. If you've had any feedback from anybody, or when you were on, did you see anybody, putting into the feedback? Do you think that, talking, showing, actually doing, I don't know, what can we do? And I'm just looking for some ideas on that. I also could have a guest with me on it, where there's both of us showing in the screens. We don't have to be in the same house, and I can get that set up. So if you would like to be a part of that, you would like to do something with that, because the one night Cora and I did that. Cora and I were, each in our own houses, and we did a little thing back and forth. And it was really fun having somebody to talk to like that. So if you would be willing to get on and do something like that, please let me know that. If you're not sure if you would like to, but you're like, well, I might volunteer, but I don't know what we would do, still let me know that. And then that way we can do that. And then tonight, what I'm going to do tonight is, I promised y'all I would do something last week, and I have done it, part of it. I got the recordings done. I talked to you about doing a little bit of a recording from our Facebook, from our flip chart that we can put on our live Facebook things, and I want some opinions. So I'm going to show you all some of the videos tonight. I'm going to be able to screen share with this and show you all some of the videos. And then tell me if you think, I haven't put them on into YouTube yet. They're just still in my computer, but I think I can screen share it so you can watch them. And I'm going to hope and pray that we can, because I want you to see some of the videos. I think I did 5 of them. And they're just little segments out of what I would do in the skincare class. And they're little segments that we can put into the virtual skincare class. And if you watch mine, then you could recreate your own with similar things, knowing that I've just used the flip chart of the special words that I have on the flip chart. And basically I just use that. So I'm looking to do that tonight. So that's going to be a lot of our training tonight, is all about that. And I honestly, this is so funny, but I honestly think some people aren't on tonight because I forgot to send the reminder text out to remind everybody to get on. So maybe I don't know, because usually Marcy's here, and I'm like, I don't know where everybody is. And Cora still hasn't answered me whether she can see us on Facebook. Let me just check real quick. Let me see if I can. Maybe I can do it. Oh, let's see. Yeah. Okay. Right now, Facebook is just showing a black screen, so I have no idea if we're live. If we are, great, but if we're not, I'm recording it, so I'll be able to put it on. Okay, so let's do some introductions. And Charlotte, we'll go ahead and start with you if you would like to introduce yourself and tell us your win. Remember, WIN stands for what intentional new business did I do this week? That's what your win is. So if you did that, then let us know. And then if you had any sales for the week, let us know that too.
Okay, Charlotte Murphy.
Woo!
Woo! Oh, I wasn't sure if you could hear me. My win was I handed out some samples about a week or two ago, and I finally got back in touch with the young lady to see if she had tried the samples and what she thought of them. And she's interested in purchasing cleanser and cologne, and I'm planning to also try to get her to go with the miracle set.
Awesome. Awesome. Yay, Charlotte. That follow-up is important, isn't it?
Yes, yes, it is.
Because she wasn't going to call you, but she's going to buy something because you called her.
Yes, yes.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yay. Yay. Round of applause. Okay, Miss Mary.
I'm Mary.
Woo!
And last week I was supposed to have that derma hydra session, and they postponed it. But the lady that had bought something a couple of weeks ago didn't like it. She bought CC cream, and I said, "Well, come on over, even though you've postponed the party, and we'll take a look, and I'll see what I can do for you." So I said, first off, put the primer all over your face. And then she thought she needed a darker CC cream. So I said, put the darker one on half of your face. And now put your product that you just bought on your other half. And she said, oh my gosh, that primer makes such a difference. And at the time when she bought the CC cream, I mentioned the primer. And she said, oh no, I've got some from another company. And I thought, she'll be back. And she was. So I turned her dislike into a $50 order, $52 order. So, and then she put 2 other things away aside for the next time when she comes. So I did turn a no into a big yes.
Congratulations. Yay.
Thank you. I want to say something. Your clock over your shoulder back there needs a new battery. So don't look at it. And
Can you see that? You can see the clock in the thing?
Yes, I can.
Wow. Maybe I got it wrong.
Oh, well, at least now you know to change it, and you're not going to be way early.
Well, it's 5:45, so when we get done, it'll still be 5:45.
Right. At least now the clock is right 2 times a day.
It'll yeah, exactly, and it'll energize me to get going and do some things because it's only 5:45, right? Anyways, thank you, Mary. Congratulations. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, Miss Kim.
I'm Kim Leach. And after our meeting last Tuesday, I decided to do a Facebook video on my private page, and I just checked in with them because I haven't really checked in since the end of the year, and had a couple things I was offering as a special, and so that was on my 6 most important things from last week, the week before, so I checked that off.
There you go.
So yeah,
Awesome.
And then I started calling my birthday people, but that wasn't until Sunday, so that'll be on next week's.
All right. Yay. Yay. Okay. Miss Nakia. You can't get, having trouble with the microphone right now, but I had a facial and scheduled a couple. All right. Woohoo. She had a facial. Miss Nakia, she's got the pink on if anybody can't tell who she is. So just do this, Nakia, so we all know it's you. Yeah, hey. All right. So yay, Nakia. And she had a facial and yay. And so she's getting bookings. So her wins are that she's moving forward with bookings and facials and things like that. So that's exciting. And so now let's go to Marcy.
Hi, everybody. I'm Marcy LaSalle from Flushing, Michigan. Woo! And I had an interesting conversation this week with a former coworker, and she uses Mary Kay, has a lot of Mary Kay that she doesn't use. She's got dry, reddish skin, and she doesn't have a consultant. So bottom line is, at some point in time, hopefully before school starts, Jan, she's going to drive up to Flushing, and I'm going to ask you to help to do the color and stuff like that. She's real leery right now about even going out to a restaurant or anything. She's really leery about going back to work as a teacher, but knows that she has to. And so I said, well, bring, what's Maggie doing? That's her daughter. I said, she's graduated from high school, hasn't she? She said, oh, yeah. I said, well, what's she doing? She said, well, she's going to Washington and working. I said, well, why don't you and Maggie make a day of it? So hopefully within a few days, then my friend Cheryl and her daughter Maggie will make a day of it. And just as a side note here, oh boy, this is a long time ago, more than 22, 23 years ago or whatever, when their son was born. I have an adorable picture of their son who's in a kilt about so long. And my husband was in a kilt, and my husband was in kilted attire as well. And their son was a little baby, and this kilt must have only been 6 or 8 inches long. So I've known her. Chuck and I introduced her to her current husband.
That's great. All right. Well, thank
So
you.
hopefully we're going to see Cheryl and her daughter Maggie soon. And she said, well, Maggie doesn't really wear makeup. I said, I know, but Mary Kay is about skincare. Remember, it's not just about makeup. And she agreed. She said, yeah, that starts at a young age. I said, yeah, that's what my mom did.
Yay.
Wash your face at night, that kind of thing. So
Congratulations. Yay. All right. Nakia, you're unmuted. Can you hear me? Oh, we can't hear you. You're unmuted, but we can't hear you. Do you know how to put your volume up? Maybe it's just your volume thing needs to go up.
when I sign on, I have to actually click that I want the audio to come on.
Right. She does. She knows how to do that, but
yeah.
Something's going wrong with her computer. Just wave at me if it comes back, okay? All right. So it's good to have everybody, and like I said in the beginning, I did some videos yesterday. I just did one right after the other, and we're gonna view them and see what y'all think. So hey, Cora, she's coming on. She can't see us on the other, so I'm glad she's coming on so she can see what's going on.
Yeah, nothing's on Facebook. I just looked.
I know, it's just a black screen, and I pushed to go live. I don't know why it's doing that. Hey, Cora.
Hi, Jan.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong. It won't go. I'm recording it right now, but I don't know what's wrong. Would you like to say anything, Cora? I know you're not feeling well, but would you like to say anything?
Oh, it's just good to be on and to hear, and I'm excited to learn what's going on in our meeting tonight. No sales last week, but had sales this week, so all is good. I still need to get some more.
Yes. Yeah, good. Okay. Nakia just figured out that her son's been using her computer, so she's got to figure out what went wrong. So anyway, all right, so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to mute you guys just so I can do a screen share. And okay, so I'm going to do a screen share real quick. Hopefully it's going to work and you'll be able to oops, Now I gotta get my, okay, so we're gonna go there. All right, and whoops, we're screen sharing. Okay, so that's a weird picture of me. And okay, so here's the first video that I did. And let's see how this, if I can just get it to go. Okay, oh, here it is. Okay. Defend, delay, deliver, fast and easy, personalized for your skin type. Exactly what every woman wants, with global powerhouse skincare products as well as color cosmetics. Women love personalized service and to have their beauty consultant know what they need from head to toe to keep them looking young and beautiful. Well, get ready to be amazed, have fun, and have a phenomenal time, because our hostess this evening is going to receive lots of free gifts and free products, and you get to help her do that. So I'm Jan Gensel, your personal beauty consultant, and it's my honor and my privilege to bring all of this to you today. So are you ready to get started? Well, what we're going to have you do is know that we would love for you to have some samples. And I'm going to be coming on. You're going to see videos of me throughout. I've got lots of other videos that you're going to see throughout the presentation. And we want you to comment below in this recording. Just comment below that you would love samples. And there's going to be a link that you can click the link, and you'll just answer some questions, give me some information, and I will get samples in the mail to you right away so that you can actually sample the products during our virtual skincare class. And so we just want you to be able to answer a few quick questions for us. They're basically just about your skin, and then you'll give me your mailing information so I can mail the samples out to you immediately. And then in a few days, I'll get it out right away so that in a few days we can go on and you can try the products while I give you lots and lots of information so that you'll know exactly how it works. But I want to explain to you real quick how I work my business. And when we finish the presentation, after we're going to do this for a few days, and after we do that, should you decide to become my customer, then we follow up with you, and you not only buy the products, but you get me. And that's what's so different than all the other companies or products that you would buy when you go to the store. And you just kind of pick something out, and if it's good, great, and if it's not, well, oh well, you're kind of stuck with it. But with Mary Kay, it's not like that. You get a personal beauty consultant, that will be me, and I will make sure that all the products you purchase, you love them. We have 100% satisfaction guarantee on all of our products with no questions asked. So we're here to help you, guide you, and we want you to have the best, most beautiful, youngest looking skin that we can get for you, and we will make sure that we do that. So all you have to do, comment below with samples, but more importantly, click on the link that's for the survey and fill that out. And when you send it, when you fill that out and complete that, I will be able to then immediately get samples in the mail to you so that you can actually try some products and while we do this virtual skincare class. So thanks for joining us. We're so excited to get this going, and your hostess today is extremely excited. And on each and every post, I will also have my website that you can click into. There's all kinds of things that you can go to. It's not just for purchasing, but there's virtual information that you can do. You can see all kinds of makeovers and how-tos. There's all kinds of different things on the website. So you can go there and you can browse as much as you want throughout this whole virtual class. You can just browse whenever you want to. So look forward to having fun with you this week. So thanks for joining us, and don't forget, click on that survey link and I can get samples to you immediately so you can have extra fun while we do the virtual skincare party. So thanks for joining us. Bye-bye. Okay. Did y'all see that? Did you hear it? Okay. I didn't
Yeah.
realize I was so close to the camera. All of a sudden I was like, oh, I was kind of close to the camera. Hey, Kathy Fairbanks. Can you hear me? Miss Kathy, can you talk? You're not muted.
Oh, yes, I can.
Hey, Miss Kathy, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Since I haven't gone to the next video yet, I would like you to introduce yourself to everybody.
Woo!
No, you say your name and we woo.
I know, I'm just teasing you. I'm Kathy Fairbanks.
Woo! I'm the only one that's not muted. They all
Oh.
wooed you, but they were doing it and they're all muted. So anyway.
Well, okay. I didn't see that it was on Facebook tonight. Is there a reason?
Yeah, it won't feed through. For some reason, I can't get it feeding through, so I'm recording it.
Oh, great.
But I'm glad you're on. And some of the people that are on here do not know who you are. And so if you would just give us a little feedback on who you are.
I am Jan's recruiter and friend since 2nd grade. And I have been in Mary Kay since 1981. So that makes it 39 years in Dayton, Ohio. And
Oh, you're kind of you're blinking in and out. Kath, hang on, you're blinking in and out. Might
I'm
be.
sorry.
Oh,
I'm driving. It's probably me. It's
Okay.
probably me. I'm driving.
I can hear you again. So go ahead and say that last little bit that you said.
I've been a star consultant for 100 million times. And what else would you like to know?
Well, it's not only is she my recruiter, not only is she my friend, literally since 2nd grade, we've known each other, but she's also a sister sales director. And Kathy has got a lot of accolades that behind her, but since she's driving, it's kind of coming in and out. So I'll just kind of talk for you for a second, Kathy. But I'm so glad that you joined us. And a lot of Kathy's consultants, when we were actually able to hold meetings in Battle Creek, she has her unit, she built there, she built it in Battle Creek. And I was recruited in Battle Creek at her kitchen table. But Kathy moved about, I don't know, 10 or 12 years ago it's been, I guess, already, hasn't it?
10.
10 years ago, she moved to Dayton, Ohio. And so a lot of her girls are still in the Battle Creek area. So when we hold meetings there, they've joined us. And you know a lot of her girls, Stephanie and Lila and Penny and Margaret, they're all in Kathy's unit. So
And Lucy comes.
Lucy, yes, Lucy's very regular when we were there. And we miss everybody. We miss being there. I know, it's like, So anyway, so Kathy, glad to have you on. I'm glad you're listening in. And I'm going to screen share to do the next video that I did. I did about 5 videos yesterday that all are recorded, like they're information from our flip chart that we normally would say if we were doing a regular class. And I'm doing these so that we can do a practice virtual Facebook party. We're going to do a practice virtual Facebook party. Kim, shake your head if you can hear me better, because I have my volume pretty loud. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine. I don't know who you asked.
Oh, I was asking Kim, because Kim sent me the text. You might want to turn your volume up, because mine's way up. My volume is very high up. So you might want to turn yours up if you can't hear me, Kim. Okay, so I'm going to screen share again, and you can listen to hopefully the next video. Let me just do something real quick here. Just a minute. Let me get.
While you're doing something, can I say 2 things?
Absolutely.
First of all, I want to take this opportunity to thank everyone for welcoming my people, or my people welcoming you guys to Battle Creek. You guys are always wonderful with them, and I appreciate that. And Jan, your video that you did, your makeup is absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, it's great tonight too, but it was outstanding in the
Well,
video that I saw.
right before I did the video, I did my makeup so that it was fresh. And so thank you, Kathy, because it was really fresh right then. And today it's been on much longer. So it, and so there's, you know, there's always that difference when, so, whoops, oops, okay. Well, let me see if I can get this figured out again. Okay, so let me get back to the thing. I'm going to screen share now the next video. This is the one about hostess credit. So this, I'm gonna share that one with you now. And make sure I got the right one here. Okay. All right. So I'm screen sharing and let me get this. Jan, it's me. I'm back, and we're glad you're still here. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And through this video, I'm going to explain to you what your hostess will receive, why she wanted to be a hostess, and what you can receive as a hostess. And it's really a lot of fun. It's fun to do a virtual party because, number one, no one has to clean their house. Number two, people can watch the information so that, like, if you're doing a regular in-home party and it's at 7 o'clock, but some of your friends work during that time, then they couldn't come. But this way, they can participate. So the greatest news is when you're a virtual hostess is that you can invite up to, I would say even up to 150 people if you want. You will get instruction from me exactly how to invite them because we don't want you to get into Facebook jail. Yes, there's such a thing as Facebook jail. And how it happens is when you invite too many people or do the same thing to too many people and you just click, 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 invite friends, somehow that creates some kind of a weird algorithm and Facebook can shut you down and kind of put you, and they call it Facebook jail. We don't want that to happen. So we will instruct you exactly how to invite your friends, and it's really, really easy to do it. It's just like, it's very easy. I don't want you to think, oh, this is too much work. Oh, no, no, it's very simple. It's just that we teach you how to do it the right way so that we don't get in Facebook jail. So basically you can invite up to 150 people. Well, when we're sitting around the kitchen table, you know, we can only do 5 or 6, maybe sometimes 10, but it's kind of a lot. So we really are excited about the virtual party because of all the different aspects that it can help work for you so that you can get the most free product with the least amount of work. Now, a lot of times we still like to get together for the in-home party, and depending on how the pandemic goes and how comfortable everybody is and how we can social distance and still try the products in a group setting, we can figure that out. And if you would like to do that, you just have to let me know. But the other great thing about the virtual party is that you can live anywhere in the United States, and your friends that you invite into the party can be anywhere in the United States because we mail products out to the customers who are out of our area that we can't just walk in and deliver. And then we will mail them. And so truly it's a true benefit to have a virtual party versus just an in-home party. But however, the in-home parties are so much fun, and we're really hoping that we can get back to normal with those too, because we really have a lot of fun. And it's great to have total instruction where you can ask me as your personal beauty consultant, because as I've said before, when you purchase Mary Kay products, you get me. You get me as your personal beauty consultant. I want you to think of me from everything from your hairline to your toes. We don't have hair care, but we have body care, skin care, we have glamour items, and we have sunscreens and perfumes. So we have lots of different products. So we just always want you to know that you can shop and purchase anything. So even if you see something in the party, or you know that you want because we've demonstrated it, or if you go on my website and there's something you need but we didn't demonstrate it, you can still buy it. So it's great. You can purchase anything in the line, and your hostess then will get credit for it. So let's talk about what it means to be a hostess, whether it's virtual or not. Basically, it kind of runs the same way. However, when you are a hostess,
then you receive a special thank you gift from me. The thank you gift will be based on you. And it will be based on some of your wants and your needs and things that are your favorites. So you'll get a special thank you gift just from me. And then we have a little sheet made up that says, I love my hostess offer. And we have two options basically. So let me start with the two options. Is that you choose the hostess plan that is best for you. You invite your girlfriends over to, well, we're not going to do to your house, but you would invite them into the group. We're going to have a special group that no one else can see that you'll invite your guest into. And it will have your name on it as your virtual Mary Kay party. And then everyone gets to have lots of fun. I give lots of information. I'm going to have a way, on the first video I talked about filling out that survey, and I can send you samples immediately so that you can have some samples with whatever products that you want to try, because you'll fill out the survey, okay? And then you can get all of your favorite products then, up to half off or free. And that's what we're working to do. So here's option number one. Option number one is that no matter what your total party sales are, with it doesn't matter that, but you get to order, you personally as the hostess get to order $75 in product, and you get them only for $35. So it's like getting $40 in free product. So you would get $75 worth of product, you would pay $35, so it's like $40 free, okay? So that's better than half off. And it doesn't matter what your party sales are, it doesn't matter how many bookings you get, whether they're in virtual bookings or regular bookings, doesn't matter that. You have that option. So that's a great option, because no matter what, you're guaranteed you're going to get $40 in free product, okay? Now, option two is our hostess credit then is determined by the party sales and how many bookings you get. So with your party sales, if you get no bookings whatsoever, virtual or in person, if you get no bookings, then you get 10% of whatever you sell. So if your party was a $300 party, then in no bookings, you would get $30 free. If your party was $500 and you got no bookings, you would get $50 in free product, and you can pick out anything you want, or take that $50, $30 or $50, whatever it is, you would take that amount off whatever it is you want to order, okay? So you would get that much free. Now, if you get one booking, then you get 15% of your sales. So that same $500 party, instead of only getting $50, then you would get $75 for free. And if you get two bookings, then you would get $100 free, because you get 20% of all your sales. So with a $500 party and two bookings, you get $100 in free product. Bingo, just like that. Isn't that fun? I know. And of course, we have parties that are much higher than $500. We have $1,500 parties, and it just goes on and on. It just all depends on how many friends you invite and what they purchase. And so we can do the option two is based then on your sales and your number of bookings. So, but the option one is, it doesn't matter what the sales and how many bookings are, you get to pick out $75 in product for just $35. Or you can pick out $150 worth of product for $70. That'll be your choice there. But so that's option one, and then option two is based on your sales and your bookings. So it's a real simple process, and we give, we love to give special gifts, and I will have drawings throughout. So some of the posts I'm going to post in here for you, it'll say, oh, comment here and your name will get into a drawing. There'll be different ways that you can get some special gifts throughout this presentation. And at the very end, I'm going to have some buying specials for you participating. So, so thanks for listening, and think about getting your friends to book as well. So once we go through the party, all you have to do is say, hey, give me a hand up, or give me a thumbs up, or give me a whatever, and just let me know that, yes, I want to book my own virtual party, because I would love to get some products either half off or free. So thanks for listening and keep watching because we're going to have more explanation of all the fun stuff that you get from me as your personal beauty consultant. Okay, see you in the
Okay, that's the next video. I didn't realize I was so close. I don't know if it's really showing close to me when I watch these. All right, so now I'm just going to, let me pull it up so that I can get the next party or the next video to show you. And hopefully these are helpful for you to see. Just a minute, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here's the third one. Okay, and stop. Okay, and hang on just a minute, I can get you on there. Now let me screen share. Okay, and okay, here's the next one.
Hi there. I just want to give you a few tidbits before you actually apply your samples to your face. Now, some of you have samples and some may not, but these little tidbits will work for you no matter what, because they're just the things that are important for you to know about your skin, how you apply products, and how you take them off. So with Mary Kay, one of the advantages of our product, not only, as you recall in the other videos, you get me, so you get to ask questions. And if you're working with a product and then you think, oh, I don't know if I'm doing this right, and I haven't called you yet to check on you to see if it is, then you can just call me and say, am I doing this right? And then we go from there. So you get to have a personal beauty consultant to help you with everything and all the questions that you need answered. So let me tell you a little bit about the product. So first off, the size of a pea is all you need, or a pearl, whichever you prefer, but a very small amount of Mary Kay is all you need to use to get the effectiveness of the product. And so we want you to know that it's that economical. The second thing is that when you are rinsing your products off, it's just as important to rinse off properly as it is to actually put the cleanser on your face. And I want you to have the analogy of, it's kind of like when you put shampoo in your hair and you don't rinse it out really good. You know how your hair's not shiny and wonderful? It's kind of dull and greasy feeling. It's because you didn't rinse it well enough. And the same thing holds true when you put cleanser on your skin. It's really important to cleanse it, to rinse it off well. You want to use a warm, wet facial cloth. Don't just splash the face. And I know in some of the videos it looks like they're just splashing the face that we're going to be showing you, but please don't do that. I want you to make sure that when you put your cleanser on, and most of them, we lather them up and use our fingers to lather up, or our Skinvigorate brush, which I will show you. Either way, whatever you do, make sure you rinse it well. And I usually recommend rinsing it, rinse your face, rinse the cloth out, rinse your face again, so at least 2 times. And if you have oily skin, you just really want to make sure that you rinse the face after cleansing well. That's a really important factor. And one of the things that you always want to do is when you're working with your face, when you work with your face, whatever you do to this down here as well, okay? Because we're supposed to take our skincare products all the way to the base of the throat. That's what Mary Kay always told us. But I happen to be trained by Mary Kay Ash, the woman, and she told us that she goes down to here because you just never know. And so she takes all of them all the way down, well, not foundation, but your cleanser, your moisturizers and things like that. So you want to make sure that you always do that. And then one of the things that I do also is that I use the oil-free eye makeup remover. And I will be showing you that. I thought I had it right here, but I don't. But you want to use the oil-free eye makeup remover on a cotton pad and take your eye makeup off first at night before you go to bed. And you're going to take and just kind of lay it on the eyes, and I'll be instructing you with that. You take that off first, and then you put your cleanser on and wash all of your face off, and then you can wipe the eyes. That way you're using the eye makeup remover to remove your eye makeup completely versus just a cleanser on your skin and get it in your face. You don't want to do that either. And so the other thing is you always want to use when you're working with the throat and with the face is you always want to use an upward outward motion. So you kind of want to go this way, you want to go this way, out on the forehead, except the eye area. You want to use your ring finger and you want to start at the corner of the eye and either pat or go in and then up and around. But don't go back and forth and don't pull out on your eye area. The tissue on that is very thin and very delicate, and we want to keep you looking as young as possible. And the only way to do that is to be very, very gentle and careful with the eye area. Using your ring finger, you have less pressure. It goes in, and you always go in. I kind of tap more than I pull because you want to keep the crow's feet away, and you want to keep it looking as young as possible. Okay, now, because Mary Kay always also told us that when you look at your face, we want you to know this. How old you are is your business, but how old you look is my business. And I'm going to try to make you look as young as possible, okay? So that is some of the tidbits of what to do. I'm also going to give you 5 quick fun facts right now because we always go to the sink and we wash our face. But I'm going to give you 5 quick fun facts right now. And number 1, fun fact is that Mary Kay is a real lady. There was an actual woman named Mary Kay Ash. She has passed away. She was an actual woman who started our company, and she trained all the beginning people, and it was just her and 9 friends that started our company back in 1963. And can you only imagine you and 9 of your girlfriends starting a company and having it turn into, we've been in business over 56 years, and it's turned into a multi-billion-dollar company in about 38 countries around the world. Isn't that amazing? And then fun fact number 2 is that we're super green. And what we mean by that is we have the way that the company works is that they're zero landfill, and what that means is they don't put anything back into the landfill. When they send the little peanuts to us, our products are packed with those little peanuts, and you can just put them in the sink, turn the water on, and they dissolve right away. There's just lots of things they did. They did a recycling program for quite a long time, and whenever we would return these little caps, they would plant a tree, and their goal was to plant 1 million trees, and they did. The 1 millionth tree is planted in front of the brand new headquarters that's in Dallas, Texas, and so they planted the 1 million trees, and so they don't have that same recycling program anymore, but they certainly accomplished their goal. Fun fact number 3 is that if you love animals, just so you know that we are a cruelty-free company, and we do not test on animals. We were one of the first companies to put a moratorium on animal testing, so don't test on animals. Fun fact number 4 is that we have an amazing amount of research for cancers against women, and domestic violence shelters are given money, and that is through the Mary Kay Foundation. They have 2 charges, and one is to help end domestic violence, and the other is to help stop cancers against women. So Mary Kay has donated over $78 million. The Mary Kay Foundation has donated $78 million to those 2 charges. $50 million has gone to domestic violence shelters, and over $28 million has gone to domestic violence. The cancers that affect women. They give grants to doctors and researchers for research in the cancer. So that's pretty awesome. And I know that our company, every time you use the products, just know that it's helping the women, and it's helping with domestic violence shelters, and that's really awesome. And then the other thing that, in fact, number 5 real quick, is that if anyone has really sensitive skin, Mary Kay has product. We have 5 skincare lines for women. We have also men's skincare line, but we have 5 skincare lines. And so we can truly make a skincare regimen that's just for you, because all of our skincare programs are interchangeable with each other. So if you're kind of in a combination of things that you need in order to have the most beautiful skin, then we can create that for you. And so the other thing is that not only do we not test on animals, but Mary Kay goes by the European Union guidelines for the ingredients that we use within our products. And what does that mean? That means basically that in the United States, they only ban about 11 ingredients that we might use in our product, whereas the European Union guidelines, they ban over 1,300 ingredients, and Mary Kay follows those guidelines. And so you can be guaranteed that our products are safe, they're developed here in our country, and they are they're safe for you to use, and they're the best ingredients that could be for your skin. And all of our products, they'll say that they're non-comedogenic, which means that they will not clog your pores. They're made very special, and I can guarantee that you have the best ingredients with the best products made right here. And our manufacturing plant is right in Dallas, Texas. And so, it's a family-owned company, and the family just invested $100 million into this new research and development manufacturing plant in Dallas, Texas. So it is phenomenal, and you'll have the best products. And again, don't forget, you get me, because I'm here to help you. And because we have the 100% satisfaction guarantee in all of our products, you're never stuck with anything. We want you to love every Mary Kay product that you use, and we want you to just truly, truly, truly enjoy it. So thanks again. We'll be back, and I hope you're having fun in this party. Talk to you soon. Hi there. Hang on. Okay. Okay, this is really weird watching myself. But I want you to, Kim, you're laughing, so go ahead. What were you going to say, Kim?
I don't know, just that hi there thing was kind of like, I don't know.
Okay.
Just sounded weird when that extra thing came.
Well, that was the end, because that was the beginning. It was kind of, it just was going to replay. It's going to replay. That's why it was doing that.
Gotcha.
Okay. So, okay. Nakia says she's got to jump off. And, okay. So here's the thing. I'm gonna post in I've got a practice Facebook page that I have done up that I'm gonna post the party in, and I'm gonna do the whole thing. But these are some of the videos that I did, rather than just putting words up there and whatever. Do you see how I'm bringing to life the flip chart of what I would normally say if they were sitting around the kitchen table? So is this like, I just want some feedback, and don't just say my makeup looks cute or whatever. I want feedback. Do you think that this will be helpful by doing these virtual parties, because you will do your own of these videos so that they see you coming on and talking over and over. And one of the things we kept talking about was the advantage of having your personal beauty consultant. And I think I've said it a whole bunch of times. And so what do you think, Kim? Do you think this would be helpful in the virtual party, as far as like when you're not on, but they can keep seeing you live like this, like talking about the extras things that the videos of the company don't include when they show the video about the product?
Yeah, and your lips for some reason were off on that last one a little bit, so I don't know if it was the video or just internet.
It could be this whole internet thing going on, because that's why I'm thinking something's weird tonight, because of it not be streaming live into Facebook like it normally does. It would not do that for me, so something's weird about that. So yeah,
I think it's good. My question was, I guess I have to see it in where you're putting it in the party and where you're putting it, like, or before getting the samples, the first one you did, how much time frame are you giving to send out your samples, and then actually starting the party? So I guess I would have to see where you're putting these videos at, if it's all that night, or is it once a day, or because eventually on the last day, are you going to actually show them how to do the products?
Probably not on the last day. I'm probably going to do, like, I think what my thought was that on the third day, maybe the third day of the party, showing the actual, talking about, when it comes to the actual product, what I'm going to do is have the company videos showing the different skincare. You know how the company has those 2 to 3 minute videos showing the different skincare things? So I think I'm going to do that because these kind of are the things leading up. Because what I've shown you so far are all the things I would do prior to actually having them start, you know, put the product on their face kind of thing in a regular skincare class, how it works. So, so anyways, yeah, I'm going to set this all up and then we'll do it in the practice thing. And then we can make decisions about would it be advantageous to move it around. So with a show of hands or just unmute yourself and tell me, what I want to know is, do you want to be put into the practice Facebook thing so you can watch how I do this? Do you know, so you can see how you can do it? Do y'all want to do that? Okay. So I will, I'm going to invite you guys all into it. I have a practice Facebook party closed group that I've already made a long time ago. I already made it a long time ago, and y'all aren't invited in because when I need to practice, that's what I go into. And so y'all aren't invited into it yet, but I will get you invited into it, and then we can use that as a practice template, if you will. I am going to do I'm going to set it all up in the Post My Party so that it will post. And what I'm going to do is try to figure out, because there's a couple more videos that I did. Well, let me just look at my little thing here. Let me see what I did. Let's see how many, oops. I have, okay. This one is, oh, that's something different. Okay, that's not what I was looking for at all. Okay, I have, oh, I got one about referrals and how important referrals are. And then I have, let's see which one I didn't show you. Oh, and then about the Mary Kay opportunity. So I have 2 more that I've already done, more than what I've shown you. And so there's about the getting referrals and what we can do with that. And then about the Mary Kay opportunity. And it's more a little bit about my iStory, a little bit of my information, but really kind of about the, you know, it's just about the party. So it's 8 o'clock right now. So I didn't know if you want me to show another one. I'm just reading what Nikia wrote. Okay, she wrote a whole long thing to me. Okay, so I'm just kind of thinking that when I think about these virtual parties and the ones that I've watched, it's like I really wanted to go on and add the extra personal touch so that they feel like they get to know me a little bit more. And I really wanted to emphasize about the fact that they get me as their personal beauty consultant. And I know I said it a whole lot of times, but I want it to sink in that, you know, that's the best part about Mary Kay, because that is. So, all right. And so would you like to see one more video? And if so, do you want to see the recruiting one or do you want to see the referral one? Kim, do you have you're the only one unmuted, Kim. Do you want?
I want to see both of them, but
okay.
How long are they?
I don't know. Let me look here. Let me look. Okay, let me just pull that up.
I vote for referral.
Vote for referral. Okay, let me do this. Let me see. Okay. Oh, that one's 10 minutes. I didn't think it was that long. Okay, that one is 10 minutes, and let me see the. Oh no, the referral one's 3 minutes.
Okay.
Hang on. All right. Let me share screen. And oh, where'd it go? Okay. Oops. Hello, Jan back again.
And I just wanted to let you know that this business comes from referral business. And so what we're going to do is have like a little game, if you will. And I want to give away something. So what I'm going to do is give away, you get to get you get to get one glamour item at half off. If you will share with me the names of 5 of your friends who would enjoy hearing about Mary Kay, maybe sampling some products, and just, you know, like even if you don't want to if you don't want to be a hostess and you're not interested in doing that to invite in to get more free product, then by you just sharing me.
I'm not getting a video, just sound.
I know, hang on. That's what she just told me, so let me.
I wasn't sure if that was just me. That's why I texted.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Okay, just a minute. All right, let me do screen share. Okay, hang on 1 second. Okay, hang on. I don't know if this is my computer or what tonight. Okay.
Your sound is better now.
Yeah. All right, so let me try screen share again. Okay, this one now it should do it.
Back again. And I just wanted to let you know that this business comes from referral business. And so what we're going to do is have like a little game, if you will. And I want to give away something. So what I'm going to do is give away, you get to get you get to get one glamour item at half off. If you will share with me the names of 5 of your friends who would enjoy hearing about Mary Kay, maybe sampling some products, and just, you know, like even if you don't want to if you don't want to be a hostess and you're not interested in doing that to invite in to get more free product, then by you just sharing me with 5 of your friends, then I give you a half off glamour item just for their names today. So what I'm going to do is in the post here, what you can do is just put, you know, in a post, you just type in the first name of 5 of your friends. That will get you a half off glamour item. And then I will be contacting you to really find out the names and the information from those 5 friends. If you decide to be a hostess, then we can just invite them to your party, okay? But just for putting the name 5 friends in the post below, you are going to get a half off glamour item today. Now, if you're an overachiever, like some of us are, then if you put the first name of 10 of your friends, and you don't have to put phone numbers because it's online, we're not going to do it that way, but you just put their first name in there, and then you put the name of 10 friends that you will be giving me their phone number to contact, and then you can invite them to your party if you're going to be a hostess. But if you're not, and you give me their phone number and their contact information so I can contact them just for putting the 10 names down, you are going to get 2 half off glamour items, okay? So all you have to do is post below either 5, or if you're overachiever, put the 10, and then you can get 2 glamour items at half off just for giving me 10 names. And all you have to do is when you put it in the post, just put their first name, and then I'll be contacting you so I can get their contact information. So thanks for playing the game along with us. And just know that our best business truly comes from referral business. And if your hostess invited you, that means I know you're wonderful. And if you're wonderful, that means your other friends and your other relatives are wonderful. And so we want to be able to get to know your friends and your family so that we can service all of you together and keep you all looking gorgeous. And it could be coworkers, it can be friends, relatives, doesn't matter. Just put their first name. And then if you put 5, 1 half off glamour item, 2, or you put 10 and you get 2 half off glamour items. So again, thanks for playing along, and we really appreciate all the referrals that you can give to us. So thanks so much. Okay. I stumbled, but I don't care. It was just like me talking. You know, if it was just perfect, it wouldn't be me. So yeah. So I know I stumbled a little bit on that, but okay. So that was the other one, and then there's the one more is the about the opportunity. So my plan is to have these up in a and put the whole party together using some of the company videos, just some posts, and then my videos, the combination, and to have that up tomorrow, and to do it tomorrow on the practice Facebook page. But I think what I'll do is kind of post it so it just goes one after the other, so you guys can watch the whole thing. It can be, I'll put it all on day one, but just know that I'll put a comment in on those, the ones that I will actually put like on day 2, day 3, whatever. I'll do it that way, but I'll put it into the Post My Party to start with, where it'll post it all on the first day. So you'll see just one thing after the other. Okay, that way you can go in and watch the whole thing and figure it out. So I'm going to be working on that next, because I got the all the stuff done today for our awards, which I had to get done. I had to know when it is and what we're doing and all that. So that all got done today. So tomorrow, I already got the videos done yesterday, so that tomorrow I can get this all up in, and we can watch it on the practice Facebook page, which I will invite you to. And if you're watching this as a playback and you're on and you want to be added to that group so that you can see how this will really work, then you'll have to just make a comment on the Facebook page, send me a text, do something to alert me, and then I can invite the people in that are on our group tonight, but they're watching it as a replay. So we'll go for that. Okay, so it's now 10 after 8. So is it too late for me to play the other one, or do you want me to play the other one? You guys tell me.
Play it next time.
Okay, all right. So what I'd like to do then is just to let you know, well, I'll just put it out, it'll be on the thing, so I won't have to, it'll be on there tomorrow. So that other video that I did is on there tomorrow, so you don't need to, watch me. But see, if these videos come in, every day, it's like I'm talking to them every day on this party, but I'm really not there. So it makes it so that I can still quote be live, in a sense that they hear me live, but I don't have to literally be live on all the parties as they go. So that where you can, I'm looking at it like I could start somebody's party up and go on vacation. I mean, really, if the Post My Party is posting everything and doing it all, and I just have to pay attention to what's going on, I could still, be doing whatever I need to be doing otherwise and still have parties going. So that's my goal, is to get those darn parties booked this week and to have this up and running. So, but okay, so basically, to record the videos, what I did is I just set up my computer and I just recorded one after the other, like literally one after the other. I as soon as it saved into my computer and I saved it in, then I immediately started recording the next one, and then I just kept doing that. Because when you record through Zoom, which I did, I recorded them, I logged into my Zoom account and I recorded them on Zoom. And then by doing that, it saves it into my computer. And so I can just go to my Zoom folder and I can see all the videos that I've saved through doing Zoom. And they're all by date, so I know exactly, what they are, and they're all in the order that I did it. So I did it in the order that I would post them, just to make it easier for myself. And so you can do that too. And because I'm going to recommend that you do your own, like we'll watch how mine goes tomorrow, but I'm just going to let you know that if you want to use you're not going to want to use mine, because you don't want them to see me. You want them to see you and as and then you're say, your beauty consultant. So I hope it helps. And I don't have a script, but here's where my issue comes in, is like when I'm recording, I don't like wearing my glasses, so I take my glasses off and I can't see very well.
but I don't want the glare from my glasses, because if I have my glasses on, I wear bifocals. So if I put the glasses on, then I got to tilt my head back and try to read it, and then that looks weird. So it was easier, but what I could do is, and I had my flip chart, and you could tell sometimes, I had my flip chart behind my computer above I had it above, like I could read it up above, okay? And so it kind of kept me on track, but I could not read every word because I couldn't see them well enough to read every word, but I could see it well enough to keep, just as reminders. So if you want to do it, you can't, and you don't want to wear your glasses, you could always put, you could have somebody help you, because what you could do, what would have been really good, is if I would have had them in bigger print and had somebody standing there and having something that I could look at that looked like I was looking at the camera, but they were, like cue cards, like the
Teleprompter.
Yeah, like a teleprompter. And the other thing, that you can do, but you got to be, you can do this. You could put it, like type it out and have it on your computer and switch over to it and read it from your computer like a teleprompter. I could have done that, and I didn't think about it, but I could have done that. I might, for some of the other ones, I might try it and see what happens. I might do a couple more. So it might be good to have the teleprompter. Use your computer as a teleprompter. So it's still recording, and as long as you don't do a screen share, you can switch screens, and they still just see this one right here. They still see what the camera's picking up. They don't see what's on the screen. And I don't know if that makes any sense, but until you actually do it, it will make sense. And when
So
you do
that is, what would you do that side by side? So seeing yourself on one and the print.
No,
on
you just wouldn't see yourself. You wouldn't watch yourself. You would just
okay.
watch the camera, which, to be honest with you, when you're recording it, you don't want to watch yourself anyways. You want to look at your camera.
Right.
And like right now I'm looking at the camera. If I was watching myself, I'd be looking like this, and you can see that it looks like I'm not looking at them. But if I'm looking at my camera, it looks like I'm looking at them and talking directly.
Right.
It's really distracting, if you want to know the truth. It's worse when I look at myself. Like, I don't like to look at myself. And when I'm doing trainings and I'm talking, I'm usually looking at my camera and I'm not looking at the screen. If I look at you guys, that's really distracting, because if you all start moving around or do something, then it's distracting and then it puts me off. So I just look at the camera and pretend I'm talking to the table of people. If that makes any sense.
It does.
Okay. All right. So who, Kim,
Yes.
tell me what you're thinking so far with the videos. Do you think that you would make them so far just by watching them like that? Do you think that it's a good thing to make them and do it?
Yeah, because I decided I got invited to a couple different Pampered Chef things just to see what they were doing, because there's been so much talk about it. So I did one last week, and hers wasn't really that good, but they post way too much stuff, like, oh my goodness, every 2 hours they're posting. And then I got on another one, and she's actually doing Post My Party, because it pops up. And I don't know, I was confused when the party was actually starting for the first lady, like when, and I thought she was going live on Friday night, and then she didn't. And then I was like, so I think seeing videos would be good if we keep them like short and sweet and because for me, the one now that I'm on, she's like posting every couple hours something. So it's like, whoa, for 5 days. So that seems like a lot. But, so just an FYI for posting stuff. I think when we did some of the parties that we've done from Post My Party, I think it's maybe been like, what, every 3 or 4 hours or something, every 3 hours, I think.
Usually it's just 3 a day.
Yeah. And these guys are doing way more than that, but the second one's better than the first one I was on.
Are they doing live ones at all, or are they doing any videos of themselves, or is it just mostly about the products?
It's no live ones. Mm-mm. just about the products and stuff. The first one was talking about her family, that kind of thing, but no live. But so I guess that what I'm wondering, I was thinking that the live ones were gonna be for when they were putting the product on. So I guess I'm trying to figure out, once I see it, how you have it in actual Post My Party, then I can visualize it more.
Well, because my thought was to use the company videos for a lot of it, like how they show the different things with the skincare and stuff, and the Skinvigorate brush, and there's one with Dr. Lucy Gildea that gives some different things. So I was kind of thinking I would like to use some of those, so it wasn't just me talking the whole time, that they see some different things. And because it is virtual, and because we are sending samples, and because some people might not be able to get on right when I'm talking how to do it anyways, that really, as long as they have the information, they can go in and watch it and then put the samples on anytime they want. By the end of maybe the 4th day, hopefully everybody's that had samples tried it, and then they can comment, but we don't have to all be on together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I think that's the key to the whole virtual thing, as I mentioned in one of the videos, is that it doesn't matter what shift the people work, it doesn't matter where they live in the country, they could still get on and be a part of the party and still get all the same information, even though we can't be on all at the same time.
I guess I was just thinking it was leading up to, because some of the things I've seen on like that Sandy Welch thing and stuff, and different ones where you're leading up to it, and then you have the night that people actually get on, and so you get more interaction right then and there, kind of thing too. So,
and you can try to do that. You can still, that's what I'm, like I'm saying, like you can still try to do that where I'd actually get on live. But if I can't be on live or with something else, at least they still get me kind of live.
Right.
They still get me, and they still get to hear me directly, so that they know who they're purchasing from. They know what the consultant looks like, and all that.
Right. But the only thing is, I'm wondering is how much time frame we're going to get, because you know how the Postal Service has been with our packages. Like if you have a party scheduled, do we get those people's information before the party actually starts for the how many days you're doing it for? Are you doing it 3, 5, 4 days or whatever? Because that's not a lot of time. If you did it on Monday and then it ended on Friday, the way the Postal Service, if it's right here in town, in your town, you could drop them all off. But if they're not, if it's out of town, it's taken a long time.
Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't. It's so weird.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that's one of those things where even if they don't get the samples in time, they could be a part of the party, and they could still see all the stuff, and they can still, go on and order. So I just want to, make it available for the samples. It could be, I don't know. Well, this is one of those things that I was trying to think of a way to be in front of them better, where they hear and see me and they understand what I'm there to give, and that we don't just post pictures after pictures and words and pictures, that they get the personality. And then I think that I just think it's something we have to play with, because I just know that when I watch some of the other ones and we just post after post and there's no personality involved, that would not interest me. But if I watch somebody and they were talking to me, then maybe I'd be interested longer.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's why I said that one party, she's posting a lot. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And I thought it was only supposed to be like, 3 times or 3 or 4 times a day or whatever. So
I want to figure it out so I can post like 3 things a day.
So you could do one of your videos, you could do one of the company showing, and then maybe an engagement thing or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good
Good way to go.
thing to do and
Okay.
worth a try. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Marcy, what do you think?
Well, first of all, I know now why you were a cheerleader in high school.
Oh, that's funny. I wasn't
Okay.
sure.
I mean, it really shows. Okay. I'm sitting on the fence here in terms of I've been invited to a Pampered Chef party and I want to attend because you've talked about it and others and stuff. But I'm thinking to myself, when you're saying 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, I'm thinking, really? Why? You know, I personally, I don't want to go to a Pampered Chef thing 5 days in a row. Would I want to go to a Mary Kay thing 5 days in a row as a customer?
Here's the thing, is not everybody goes all those days, but it's on long enough so that whenever you get a chance to go on the party, you can still see everything and be a part of it. So,
Okay.
yeah. So not everybody goes and attends every single day for the whole time. Not everybody does. Some people are like, oh, the party's still open. Let me see what's going on. And then they get on. So
Okay.
it's just a, well, your party that your niece did or something, that was way more than 1 day.
Yeah,
And
she wasn't on every day, but it was not a good party.
no, and she didn't know how to do it. It was her first, time, and she
Yeah.
did. But see, this is just kind of setting it all up so that people can go in when they have time. It's going to be open for this many days, and the things will get posted to remind them so they can come on and look at it and be a part of it. And maybe
Okay.
they only have a couple minutes each day. They don't have an hour to sit there. Some people can't sit for the whole hour, but maybe they could sit for, a 5-10 minute video, see some things. They got some samples, they get to try them. They get to go in, then they know they can go on the website. There's something for everybody, and it's there for when they can get on.
Well,
Explains
thinking back when I worked for an educational software company and everything was research based, just like, Mary Kay stuff is research based. And I can still remember one of the things that they said was research shows, that well-known phrase. And this relates to television, that adult attention span is like 10 to 12 minutes because that's how long it is between commercials on TV. And then taking that down, of course, research showed that kindergartners' attention span was 7 minutes, so we had a 7-minute program. So I think we still need to be very cognizant of people's attention span, because it is based on TV commercials. Okay, I got to get up, go to the bathroom. I'm going to go get something to eat. I'm going to feed the dog. I got to take the dog out to go to the bathroom, whatever.
Well, that's why these videos are so short.
Yeah,
that's why the
okay.
videos are shorter. Mhm.
Good. Well, you said one was like 10 minutes, so that was
Yeah, that one was about the opportunity, I think, but that was anyway.
So-
But yeah, 10 minutes people will sit, but an hour straight to get the whole party, they might not have time for that, or they might not be able to sit.
I will be going. I will check out my friend's Pampered Chef party to see what it's like and to support her. I don't
Okay.
need anything, but I feel if I'm going to invest the time, then okay, I will find something to order.
One of the things that I'm going to be talking about in the video and I can't remember if I did it already or not, but I'm going to talk about the fact that we have products and we can get our products quickly, and that they will not be waiting 6 to 8 weeks to get their products, because in all the Pampered Chef things right now, you will wait 6 to 8 weeks. And I've ordered on a Pampered Chef party weeks ago. Heard nothing. I don't even know if they charged my card. I don't know what they did. And
When it comes, because you don't remember what you ordered, right?
yeah,
Okay.
it was long.
Or
ago.
it's not there. The one thing I want, it was there at the beginning of the party, but I didn't order. I was waiting till the end, and then it wasn't there, and still it's not there. And I'm like, that's really the only thing I really wanted was that. And then I saw how much shipping was, and I was like, well, I'm not going to order one thing and then go back and order another because it was a lot for shipping. So.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, well,
crazy.
and I know with my niece's party, there were 3 people. I had her combine their order into one order, and it was shipped to me. And then it was still going to be cheaper for me to send it out to those 3 people than it would have been total what they would have paid each time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, okay. All right. I'm gonna, Miss Cora, if you will unmute yourself, would you like to speak at all?
Yes. I think I want to learn how to do this.
Okay.
Hello? Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Okay. I definitely want to learn how to do this. And I like the short, keep it simple, sweetie, keep it short and simple to keep their attention. And yeah, I think it's good. But for the referral, they just kept, it was just, I think I want to offer something more because a lot of my customers are really into skincare supplements and they don't do too many glamour items. And so if I'm tempting their friends who are not interested in glamour items, it's not much of a tempt to get my names. So I'm thinking of some of our best sellers, like a hand cream or an eye makeup remover, or, you know, some of those things that we call our best sellers that aren't necessarily glamour items.
Oh, so well, I could re-record it. But so what you're saying is, so give me 5 names, and I felt like after I watched that, I was like, I want to redo that. I felt like I didn't speak it clear enough. So that one I want to redo. Okay, so how would you say it, Cora? Give me an example of how you would say that.
I think rather than doing a lot of talking, a picture says 1,000 words, and I would put a picture up that you can select, because a lot of times on those parties they have pictures like that or little catalogs. You can pick from these at a special price if you give me referrals. So I think I would show them pictures of what they could pick.
So instead of doing the video for referrals, just make like a pic collage kind of thing and put that up as the picture instead of.
I would do the video.
Oh, you would.
But I would
okay.
insert the picture in,
okay.
and I would show it a couple of times.
Okay, I see what you're
so
saying. Okay.
You can select.
Okay.
You can schedule a picture after your video.
Price range. Oh.
Oops,
Yeah.
Wait a minute, wait. We got 2 people talking at once. Okay. Kim, what did you say?
You could schedule a picture after your video to put up what it is after you've explained it to them. So you could schedule that and post my party.
Right.
Like, 5 minutes after the video or whatever, however long the video is, then you could put that picture up and say, these are the ones that you get for giving me the names, that kind of thing.
I like the idea of saying best sellers. I like that point, Cora. I like that a lot. I like to say these are our best sellers, and you can pick either one half-off glamour item or one of our best sellers.
And I like to combine Kim's idea with mine. I do want to flash the picture to pique their interest and then let them know that it will be posted.
There's no flashing allowed on Facebook, Cora.
Oh, shucks. Kim,
You get in Facebook jail.
I don't want to go to Facebook jail.
That might be one that we can't get you out of, though.
I better be careful with that then. The other point of mailing stuff out, and I was thinking as Kim was talking, I don't mind if they get it afterwards. I would rather them either get it day of or after, because then they can always go back and look at the video, because that's giving them more time to think of what it is and how to use it and be excited. Can't wait till it gets here. Then I can go back and review the video.
Okay.
I'm just looking in the book of what some of the ones that are, not skincare, like oil-free makeup remover, foundation, primer, under eye corrector, CC cream, and then 3 different mascaras are all best sellers just in these last 2. And then they wouldn't be, like getting a skincare or something. Half
right.
off, and do a half off.
So we could say any glamour, a glamour item half off, or one of our best sellers, which are, and then there's a picture of them.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
And even a featured product of the month. A special deal. It may doesn't have to be half off, but just because sometimes they combine so many different things that is so tempting. Yeah, I want the half off, and I want the special, and I want that item and this item, and oh, maybe I need to book a party.
What would
Only
it
the
be?
hostess gets that.
That's what I was just going to say. That is a great idea, to have a hostess of the month special where there's something special that only the hostess gets. Hostess only at such and such price.
Yeah,
Right?
like we have the eye gel things this month.
Right.
That would have been great to boost our sales for the contest.
So we could do for the month of August, we could do the eye patches again, and it's a hostess only special. And how much would they get off? Would you do a half off, or would you do a different amount?
I would just give a special price. So what are they? They're $30.
They're $40.
$40. Say maybe they could get them for 30. No, they could get them for 32. The price of an eye cream.
Because I'm thinking, one of the things we have on the hostess plan that I forgot to say when I was doing it, because again, I couldn't see it very well, but it says hold on the original day scheduled and get your guest list to me for 2 additional half off items. So I have that on the page, and then but I'm thinking that if we did the hostess only, one product hostess only, for holding your virtual party by such and such day, then you can get the eye patches at half off. So they'd be 20 instead of 40. And
A
only
lot of companies do a hostess special, just a hostess special for the month or whatever. So, that's a good idea.
Yeah, rather than half off, what about 25? Because that would cover what we paid for tax and some shipping.
Right. Okay. So they'd be 25 instead of 40. Yeah. Okay. I just think that's a good thing. And then we could find other things. What we could do is find other things that we can do that we could always have it be that extra hostess thing is something that is cost more, but they could get it for 25. If we kept it around that price, we always kind of do that kind of a thing. And it's not quite half off, but it's just a little bit more than half off, but not much more. And so whatever the thing is, and have a different, okay. Thank you, Cora.
You get two options, like the Pampered Chef gives like 2, they do the 60%, 2 options for them. You could choose.
And it's 60% off?
There's a 60% off, but I was thinking 50% off. And then if you got somebody, getting all these people on and having a party, I'll pay the extra, but you could do a choice, like 2 different choices for them to, so they have a choice.
Everybody likes choices, don't they? Okay. All right. Thank you, Cora, for your input. Good stuff. I took some notes down here, and I'm going to work with that tomorrow. So, Miss Charlotte, would you like to unmute yourself, hon? No. Okay. Try to figure that out. And
can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you. Yep. Okay.
Okay. I definitely like the idea. The videos were really good, and yes, I want to learn how to do it. And I think giving the hostess the choice of between 2 gifts is good.
Okay.
Plus the incentive to um, to earn more, a free, half off free product. All of those ideas were really really good to me.
Because that's the one thing I noticed on the Pampered Chef that I was part of a Pampered Chef and thing, and the hostess gets extra things. And Nakia was talking, even though they were half off items or 60% off items, I mean, between all the things they got, they felt like they cleaned up. And that's what we want our hostesses to feel, is like to be a hostess, you're cleaning up. You know, you get the free product, you get a bunch of half off products, and they took advantage of all those. Her and her mom did. She talked about that in a previous video. So I know that, you know, it's the more they feel like they can really clean up, that it makes a difference. So, okay.
Right.
And I think, didn't they have it on there where you had to get a certain amount to get that half off, the 60% off items, I think?
Yeah, but it wasn't very much. It was like a $200 party and something. Yeah. So we can do a stipulation thing like that, you know, that you know, yeah. So I that is something that tomorrow, that's going to be my focus, because I got these other things taken care of. So I just felt like I was real scatterbrained, and I got the videos done, but I was feeling real scatterbrained about some of the stuff. So, okay, that is, and I can re-record, like, to make these changes on the hostess one and on the referral thing. You know, I can redo those videos. That's real simple to do. And that was one of the things, that's why I wanted to play something for you to get this dialogue going. So, you know, if I need to re-record those couple, I'll re-record them, and that's fine. You know, I just wanted to get something done so I could show you guys what I was meaning by it all. So, okay. Real quick now, Miss Mary, what would you like to share?
I like the idea of the virtual parties and learning how to do it.
Okay. And that's, now you guys got me really thinking about how I can teach you how to do it. That's the part I got to figure out. If I can teach you guys how to do the recordings and stuff. I mean, there's been a lot of stuff come through already, but I got to figure out how I can teach y'all how to do that. So, yeah, so we'll work on that. But thank you guys for getting on. We're really kind of over. It's 8:40. Yes, Charlotte?
Okay. I had a question I wanted to ask you. Something popped up on my email, and it said something. It had Mary Kay at the top, and it's was like it was asking me if I wanted to start a Facebook page, but I wasn't sure how to proceed because I do have a business page. Would they be sending me something else? No. Okay.
Well, you guys be really careful with emails right now. If you want to figure out how to do that, just go into Mary Kay In Touch, Charlotte, and do it through the virtual stuff on In Touch. I don't know what kind of email it was, but I'm going to tell you guys, really, the scammers are out big time right now. And I'm getting emails saying that my Amazon account, for instance, something's wrong, and click on here, and don't do that. Okay. Don't click on those things. And if you get, because, and there's a big one going around right now. Can't remember the lady's name, but there's, let me see. Who sent me? Oh, Terry did. It's like, there's let me find her name. Kimberly Heck. If you get a text or an email from Kimberly Heck, everybody's getting them. I got them, Terry got them, Marcy got them, everybody's getting them. And it's, you know, that when they start talking about I can pay via cashier's check and blah, blah, but no. Oh, so all of those are scams. So be really, really careful, because there are some legitimate people that find you on the, you know, on Facebook, but, or I mean on by going to marykay.com, but be really careful. If it seems suspicious, don't answer it. Just send it to somebody or call somebody and say, is this spam? And because the scammers are out big time. And I just want you to be really careful with replying to these people. And if you get something that says your Amazon account or your whatever account isn't working right, we need to do this. You need to give us this information. Oh gosh, delete that thing out quick. I got an email And it had in the subject section, it had one of my passwords that I used a long time ago. That password was in the comments, and I was like, so I clicked on it, and it said, we have your passwords, and if you don't do such and such, we're going to make your life miserable, and you're going to have to pay forever, and blah, 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 blah. And so you better contact us within 48 hours, or we're going to do whatever. And it was one of my passwords that I used, but I don't have it on anything currently. Like that password's not on anything currently. And I got at least 4 of those emails telling me, you better do something now because we've got your password. Well, that password doesn't work on anything that I have currently, but I just delete those out of there because you don't want to answer them back. And, you know, and just be really, really super careful right now. And whatever you do, don't give people information. And if they say you need to send us money so that we do this, please do not do that. I just heard of somebody recently that their brother, the person hacked into their computer and actually had information from their computer. So they thought it was legit. And they told him to go buy this stuff and send this stuff and money
Green
here.
dot card, etc. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And it was like lots of money. I mean, thousands of dollars. And so, but the person was afraid, you know, they didn't know. And so, so please, you know, be really, really careful. And if in doubt, don't open it and ask somebody, you know, before you open
But
it.
don't send it to somebody.
But don't send it to somebody. Yeah, don't send it to us. But
Yeah,
you can
don't
ask
send
us about it. But don't forward it. Yeah, you're right, Kim. Don't forward it. But you know, I mean, the one thing I'm going to tell you is this: that if you have a smartphone, or if you have an email, or you have anything, and you think, well, if I don't do this or that, then they can't find me or hack into me or whatever. Well, I'm going to tell you what: these hackers know how to hack into anything. And I just had in fact, Kathy couldn't stay on, but I had a conversation with her the other day, and her son is in the IT department at wherever it is he works. And she was having some things and she needed to do stuff. Anyway, there was this talk about passwords and all that kind of thing. This is what he said as an IT person. He said, you know, they have these computers running a mile a minute all the time trying to hack into things. That's what the hackers do, okay? And so when you have a password that, you know, it'll say, make sure your password's at least like 6 or 8 digits long. He said the longer you make it, the longer you make the password, the better chance you have of not getting hacked. And that, you know, putting in numbers and, you know, symbols and things like that. And he even said this. He said, if you've got a longer password, he said, if you want, you can write a sentence out. It could be a whole sentence, and that could be your password. And but he said that if you have how did he say it? Oh, if you use, like, say you have a 12-digit password or a 12-character password, you know, it's got 12 symbols, numbers, letters, caps, lowercase in it, and then you use the same one for everything. What you would do is do that same part of that password and then do a hyphen and then say Zoom and then a hyphen and then say PayPal or, you know, whatever. You can use that same long thing and just put a hyphen and then at the end put what it's for, like Zoom and bank or whatever. And it'll be really, really difficult for them to break into anything else, even if they get that first part of your password.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes any sense, but he said that was, but like, don't be afraid to make the password longer. And even if it's like, you know, I love springtime or whatever it is, you know, it can be a whole sentence, but put a few symbols and stuff in it too at the beginning and the end, and it will be much more difficult for them to hack. That makes sense? So wanted to share that with you, and Kathy shared that with me. Oh my gosh, we've gone way over. Great seeing you all tonight. Tomorrow is when I'll get all that up by tomorrow, and then I will get you guys all invited to that. So go onto Facebook and look at me sending you the invitation, and it'll say Practice Mary Kay Facebook Party, and that's what we'll do. So okay, Have a great.
Marcy, I saw your thing, so I don't know what I saw your thing, so I don't know if you got a picture of what you were talking about. I saw your no.
I can send you one.
Okay.
Okay, it's the one that you said on, it's similar to the one you said on Mary Kay that you were looking at.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about, the 3 pots?
Right. Yep.
I've never used it.
Okay. Yeah, you got the star thing. You can
Yeah.
look and see if it looks similar to that.
It's a different brand, but it's the same product.
Okay.
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 And now that Chuck's gone, I'm not going to be I can't see myself entertaining and using that like I thought I would.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay.
All right. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey.
Night. I'll take a picture.